Así como nosotros.
So, when I watched this film and I saw the trailer, I was really, really, really excited to see it. And I had been planning on getting scared, and you know we got out late, right? And the whole time I was just like, oh my God, what's going on? Like going to my car and like going back home and things like that. So I was prepared to be scared, but what I wasn't prepared for, that I was very, very happy about, was how much comedy there was in this film before the scary scenes. So was that something that just kind of happened, or was that a collaborative effort that the cast and crew had decided previously?
You know what? That's such a fascinating question because Chris wanted to incorporate comedy to it. Like he just wanted to. I feel like just show our friendship. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
Best friend
I was
relationship.
written as a goofball, but I feel once he got to know our personalities, he gave us the freedom. I think more ideas came. He's like, how about we try this? How about we try this? And suddenly it was like a collaborative effort between like us and like the creative team to kind of like, okay, yeah, and we're like, all right, let's do that for sure, man.
Yeah, because when you see like something that's like shot in first person, like you kind of get to know like the characters and the personality and little inside jokes that you observe that you probably wouldn't think are funny in real life, but when you kind of watch it on TV, it's absolutely hilarious. So speaking of the comedy, my favorite line of the entire movie was from you, Jorge, when Hector says about the negative YouTube comments, like, gosh, like,
That was so funny.
they're all negative. And just for the audience, can you like repeat that so that they
Yes,
can hear?
I said, I'm like, think till we post a video on YouTube or like, you know, on YouTube during the movie, and I'm talking and we're reading comments and we're like, why? I'm like, why is everyone always negative on this ish? I say, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And because, and it's so true, people just hate like 24/7, and I'm like, all they do is sit down in their basements, like probably doing, you know.
You're gonna say it again?
I'm not gonna say what I said in the movie because I can't, but it's so true, and I'm
Yeah.
glad someone said
Yeah,
that.
that's
Well,
Yeah.
thank you for enlightening me, because I was like, oh, so that's what these evil people do all day. They're spars of Satan, so I
right.
was able to kind of figure it out. So you've enlightened me. Thank you. So for Paranormal Activity, the marked ones, how does it compare and how does it differ from the previous installments of Paranormal Activity, obviously besides the obvious? We all know it has a salsa flair, but besides that.
Well, this stands alone as its own movie. And what's beautiful is that all the fans of the Paranormal Activity are gonna love this. Actually, and if you haven't seen any of them, you're gonna have so much fun watching this, and it's gonna make you watch the other ones because it hints and it includes a taste of all the other storylines into this in a very creative way.
And
I
it
think
answers so many questions, and also we get to like travel around to different places. So what really changed, what was a big change, was that it wasn't just this presence in the house. It was this presence that followed you. And
but yet still
Yeah.
leaves the door open to explore all these other possibilities because there is so much to
Right.
explore in like the whole paranormal world. There's so much to explore.
Absolutely, because at the
Yeah.
end I was like, wow, it all added together and all made
Yeah,
sense.
you're like,
yeah, hearing the audience in that last part, it was just like, are they gonna catch it? And they were like, oh, wait,
I was actually sitting behind you, Andrew, like the entire time, and I was like, don't do anything embarrassing, don't do anything stupid, because you're gonna have to see him on Monday, and it's gonna be really, really bad, because I'm that type of person that goes like, oh crap, ah! So, because of how scary it was, what was the scariest thing that you guys were able to film in this movie?
My favorite, scariest part was in the film where I go down in the basement myself to go look for my dog, Chavo or whatnot, and I try to go out and then I get trapped. I'm trying to get out, I'm screaming, and there's this like figure, shadow thing, and it just like storms at me, and the whole sound of it and the stomping and the struggle between me and whatever that thing is. For me, that's the scariest part, because I actually feel, every time I've watched it about 5 times already, I actually feel like it's getting me. And that's like the scariest part for me. I get goosebumps all over.
we got to hear him scream from the basement. We're like, oh my God, what's going on down there? Da, da, da. But I think the basement was the most scary part for me, just like going down there and seeing all the writing and the symbols and the. Yeah, they made it a really good
I
space
think
to
watching
be
the
freaked
stunts
out
were
in.
scary for me just because I'm like, is glass gonna fly in my eye, you know?
Oh,
But
yeah.
what was more I mean, not that it was scary, but what was really fascinating was like going to the Botanica, the little shop, and it's right. Actually, it's pretty close to where I grew up.
Nice.
And it has like an energy of its own.
Yeah.
Really, that whole shop has like, right? Like you walk in
Yeah.
there after you leave, you're like, this is like whoa.
So
yeah.
the scary stuff was happening.
Yeah, not that it's scary, but it's very fascinating. It's very so. I'm so intrigued by all that stuff. Yeah.
Perfect. Well, that's a wrap. Thank you guys.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
It's ready for you.